Something's at the horses. You best stay inside. Might be a cougar.
What's the matter, Ma? Pa's hurt. He's bad hurt. You'd best hitch up the wagon. We'll take him over to the Cartwrights.
This man, Mrs. Breckenridge, were you able to see what he looked like? Was he a big man or a small man?
I couldn't tell. It was awful dark. All I seen was him stealing a horse out of the corral.
Jenny. Hoss will be here with the doctor right away.
Who'd want to shoot Pa? Just for a horse.
Who knows what makes people do what they do, Toby?
That ain't right.
Of course it isn't, Toby. As soon as it's daylight, we'll track him down.
Howdy, Judd.
Howdy. Judd.
Howdy, Mr. Cartwright. I seen a bunch of you from up at the line camp. It looked like you was hunting something.
Some horse thief broke into the Breckenridge place last night, Judd. Shot Saul Breckenridge. He died a little while ago.
Yeah, his trail was pretty clear right up to Owl Creek. That's where we lost him.
Judd, you get a pretty good view of the canyon from up in the line shack. Guess you didn't see anybody riding through, did you?
Just a bunch of you.
You know what I think? I think this horse thief's gonna be running scared. He ain't gonna be hanging around for nobody to catch up with him. I figure he'll keep moving.
Maybe you're right. Adam should have got word to the sheriff by now. We better be heading back. When are you due in from riding the line?
Tomorrow night? Tell Amelia I'll be home in time for supper, unless I get way off someplace chasing strays.
Yeah, all right. Keep your eye peeled for any sign of a trail or sign of a camp. And if you come across a stranger who can't account for himself, you bring him in.
Sure thing, Mr. Cartwright.
That horse that was stolen was a big black Breckenridge brand, Barbie.
Hold your hands! Get off your horse.
Homer!
How are you, Pa?
I never thought we'd find you, son. We sure been looking for you. Good to see you, son.
Good to see you too, Pa.
Oh, Rube will be glad to see you, too. We were camped off a ways. Come on.
Rube! Look who's here! Well, if it ain't my ever-loving brother.
I told you we'd find him, Rube. I kept telling you.
Where'd you get that horse?
Now, Homer, Rube had to have a horse. His own plum found it out.
He killed a man to get it.
What did you do? Now, didn't I tell you and tell you not to stir up that kind of trouble?
Now, don't you hit me, Pa. I'm warning you, Pa. We need that horse, Pa. Now you know that.
He'll get us hanged. I'm turning him loose.
Now, wait up, Pa. Somebody finds her, he's liable to backtrack straight to this camp.
What are we gonna do, Homer?
Don't ask me, Pa.
You always could figure ways, Homer. We waited and waited for you, son. When you was due to get out of prison, you never showed up.
You run out on us.
We needed your help, son. Trailed you all the way to Kansas. Heard you'd married up with some gal. After that, we lost you.
Heard you change your name, too. Now, what'd you go and do a thing like that for, Homer? Ain't being at Barnes good enough for you? Do you think my wife would have married me if she knew who I was? You hear that, Pa? His wife doesn't even know who he is. Well, when you gonna tell her, Homer?
Here now! Hold on there! That's all the food we got in the world. What did you go and do that for?
There's a posse out looking for Rube. All they need to do is to see the smoke.
What are we gonna do, Homer?
Stay put, right where you are. Don't move around, and don't light any fires. I'll be back as soon as I figure something.
Thanks, Homer.
Don't get no ideas about turning me in. They catch me, I'll claim you steered me to that horse, and they'll string you up, too.
John, I didn't expect you so soon.
I had to get some supplies. I've got to go right out again after supper.
Oh, Judd, why? You've been out on the line 2 days.
Mr. Cartwright wants me to keep an eye out for the man who killed Saul Breckenridge.
Judd, that man's a murderer. Suppose you do find him. I don't like the idea of you being out there alone.
I can take care of myself.
Of course you can. It's just that... Well, if anything happened, I don't know what I'd do.
Don't you worry, Amelia. I'm gonna be all right.
There, what do you think you're doing?
Don't think I'm gonna sit here freezing to death with an empty belly. Least we can do is get warm.
Somebody's coming. Maybe it's Homer.
What if it ain't?
Hey, you sure come back quick, son.
I brought you some grub, Pa. All I can spare.
Thanks, son. We're sure hungry.
And after we eat it, what are we gonna do then? Well, about all I can do is take the horse and turn it loose near the Breckenridge place. Oh, well, that's real brotherly of you.
We don't know this country. Where'll we go, son?
Head up into the high country around Mono. You'll come to a place called, Dead Lake. Nobody ever goes there. You can hold up there for a while. And go on living like this? With dirt in our grub and sleeping on rocks? With you bedded down with a wife in a feather bed? We don't want any more of your lousy grub, and we don't want any more of you.
And after we hold up there for a while, what do we do then?
I don't know, Pa.
We need you, Homer. Look at me. I'm getting old, son. Rube here, he don't listen to me no more. He just bats his head against everything I say. Goes off on his own, not paying me no mind.
I've got to go my own way, Pa. Now, you'd best break camp and clear out of here as soon as you can.
All right.
So long, Pa. Rube, stay out of this, Pa. Don't you see what he's doing? He's saving his own neck. Sending us up in the hills with nothing but a pinch of grub. How long do you think we're gonna last with no money and a couple of broken-down horses?
That's the truth. Well, we don't want to be no burden, Homer. We're stone broke.
Sending us a lousy sack of grub. Amelia and me got a little money saved up toward buying a place of our own. How much? Oh, I don't know. She keeps it in a bowl. Maybe $150? That'd get us a far piece away from you, Homer. You think it's worth it? I'll get the money and be back in a couple of hours.
Oh, we'll pay you back, Homer. Just as soon as we're able.
Hold on. How do we know for sure you'll come back? You'll have to take my word for it.
You got something figured, Rube?
Sure. The only difference between Homer and me is he's clean and his belly's full. While I'm dirty and my belly's empty. Say we'll fix one. And the other don't show. You couldn't get away with it. You don't think so?
When you stand up like Homer, I bet even his wife couldn't tell you apart.
Sure, Pa. We're twins, ain't we? Me and Homer's gonna change places, Pa. He's gonna tell me where the money is, and I'm gonna go and get it. Don't listen to him, Pa.
By gum, I think you could do it, Rube.
Sure.
And you get rid of that horse while you're at it.
He's a good horse, Pa. We need it.
You can get us hung. Well, you do like I tell you.
All right, Pa. He can't get away with it, Pa.
Well, he's got to try, Homer. Turning against us the way you have. He don't trust you. Ain't nothing else he can do. You get out of them clothes, son.
You do like your pa says, Homer?
Howdy, Judd. What are you doing out here wandering around in the middle of the night?
Just bringing in a horse.
It's Breckenridge's horse. Where'd you find it?
Found him stray up in the hills.
A man killed Saul Breckenridge stealing that horse.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I heard about that.
You find any trace the man stole it?
No, just the horse wandering around.
Well, there ought to be some tracks up there we can follow. Mind taking us back up?
Sheriff, it's been a long, hard day. I'm tired, I'm hungry. I'd like to go home.
Judd, a man's been murdered. Now we gotta do whatever we can to find out who killed him.
Well, it seems to me that that's your problem, Deputy.
Are you refusing to take me back up where you found that horse?
Deputy, I'm plumb tuckered out. I'd like to go home.
I'm asking you one more time. Are you refusing?
Yes.
Then you better come on back into town with us.
Now, wait a minute, Deputy. You got no right to...
This gives me the right. Stop your arguing and come along.
I guess I got no choice.
You made your choice.
Homer? Where was you going, Homer?
I'm going home, Pa. Rope should have been back hours ago. If he's harmed Amelia...
Oh, stop fretting, Homer. You know your brother Rube would give your wife the same regard he'd give his sister. Likely he got her to fix him some hot food. He was mighty hungry, poor boy. Now, son. Now, you know I can't let you go, son. You just go over to that Mr. Cartwright you work for and start shooting off your mouth, and then where'd we be? We'd all be in trouble. You just settle down, boy. We'll be back in good time. I'm sorry, son. I always seem to be caught between the two of you.
Mr. Cartwright.
What is it, Toby? What are you so excited about?
They caught the man who killed my pa.
Hold on.
The sheriff's got him locked up in jail.
Whoa, now wait a minute. Take a deep breath and start all over again.
They got the man who killed my pa.
They caught him?
Yeah, Mr. Cartwright, they found him with pa's horse.
Good.
It's Judd Lawley.
Judd? It can't be. He just got in from riding line last night.
They said it was him, all right.
We better get in town and see the sheriff right away.
Yeah, we better do that.
Listen, I want to stop off at Amelia's place on the way, see if she knows anything.
All right, I'll meet you there. Toby, you better get along home now. Your mom must be needing you.
What about Judd Lawley, Mr. Cartwright? What will happen to him?
He'll be all right. Now, there must be some mistake. Now, get along home. Come on. Hey.
Morning, little Joe.
Morning, Amelia.
Would you like a cup of coffee?
Huh? No, thanks. I haven't got the time. Hey, look at this place. You fix it up so nice, I don't even recognize it.
Thanks. Judd and I worked real hard.
You're pretty fond of that guy, aren't you?
Yes. He's mighty handy, too. Bought me the material for these drapes.
Listen, where is Judd? I thought he came in last night.
He did, but he went out again right after supper. Said something about your pa, asking him to look for that man who killed Saul Breckenridge. What is it, little Joe? Is something wrong?
No, there's nothing wrong. I just want to talk to Judd, that's all.
Joseph!
I better be on my way.
I'll tell Judd when he comes in that you were looking for him.
Okay, you do that. Bye-bye.
Bye.
She hasn't heard anything about it.
Clem, this is what you hold from Judd.
I was just about to send you a message, Ben. We found him with the Breckenridge horse last night.
Well, what's wrong with that? I told him to keep an eye out for that horse.
The boy acted sort of peculiar.
Oh, what's peculiar? What do you mean peculiar?
I wanted him to take me back up there where he found the horse, and he refused.
Why did he refuse?
Well, he said he was tired, wanted to go home.
Doesn't sound like Judd.
Another thing, he won't answer one question. Just sits there.
Mind if we talk to him?
No, go ahead. You're his boss. Maybe you can get something out of him. I sure can't.
Judd? Now, look. You work with the Cartwright Rancher, don't you? Why did you send for us if you needed help?
Well, the deputy was giving me a hard time.
Why did you take him to where you found the horse?
It was late. I was tired.
Come on, Judd. You should have done what he asked anyway. That's not like you.
Well, what do you think I should have done? Stayed up in them hills all night?
Now, wait a minute. There's no need for anybody to get huffy. Clem, what would it take to get this young fella out of here?
Just some civil answers to some questions, that's all. Like where he came from before he went to work for you.
Well, there's no harm in that, is there?
Well, I've been around.
You know, what's gotten into you, Judd? You know you were working in Larkspur, Kansas when you married Amelia. Now answer his questions.
Sure. I've been a lot of places.
Larkspur's fine with me. You mind if I wire him for some information?
Well, what's the point in that?
A man's dead. I plan to do everything I can to find out who killed him.
Judd's one of my top hands, and I've known his wife since she was a little girl. They're planning to buy a ranch of their own. Now, why would he spoil everything by stealing a horse or killing a man?
I'm not accusing him, Ben. I just don't like it when a man refuses to answer questions. Makes me think that maybe he's got something to hide.
Clem, Judd's tired. He's worn out. He's been riding live for 2 days and 2 nights. Why don't you let him go home and get cleaned up and get a little rest?
All right, Ben, take him with you, but I want him where I can put my hands on him when I hear from Larkspur. You understand?
I understand. He'll be where you can put your hands on him, all right? Come on, Judd, let's go.
Jails make me nervous. I sure could use a drink.
Yeah. We'll get you one.
Thanks, Barney.
Judd, don't you think you should be getting home? Amelia will be worried.
And just because I didn't tell her about your being in jail doesn't mean somebody else might not.
Well, maybe she ought to get used to a little trouble.
Judd, did I hear you right?
You heard me right.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Joseph, what kind of trouble you talking about?
Well, wait till the sheriff gets that word back from Larkspur.
You worried about that, Judd?
Ever hear of the Barnes family? Luke Barnes and his 4 sons?
Everybody's heard of them.
I'm one of them. Two of my brothers, Cy and Ed, they were hanged. Me, I spent 4 years in jail for hitting a drunk. When I got out, I changed my name from Homer Barnes to Judd Lolly.
I take it Amelia doesn't know anything about this. Well, you spent 4 years in jail for something like that? You paid your debt?
When you're a Barnes, you're always in debt.
Oh, I don't go along with that, Judd. I don't think Amelia would either.
I know she wouldn't. She loves you, Judd. She'd understand just the way we understand.
Judd, no matter what answer the sheriff gets, don't you think that Amelia should know who you really are?
Ben. I'm glad to see you. Saves me a trip out to the Ponderosa.
Ralph?
I just got word your stallions arrived at the Carson City railhead.
Oh, well, that's good news. I'll have him picked up.
The sooner the better, Ben. A $5,000 animal is too valuable to be cared for by corral hands.
Well, I go along with you there. I'll have him picked up right away. Oh, Ralph, thank you very much for your help.
All right.
$5,000. Well, that's a lot of money for just a horse.
Just a horse? You know about the Arabian stallion we've been talking about?
Yeah. I just didn't know it was worth all that much.
That stallion really should be picked up right away. Now, Joe, why don't you ride over to Carson City? And Judd, why don't you go along with him? I'll give you a little time to think about what I said.
Mr. Cartwright, you've got a deal. I'd like to see a horse worth that kind of money.
Let's get started.
Judd, tell Amelia not to worry about food. Just pack a bedroll. I'll have Hop Sink prepare enough food for both of you.
Yeah, and don't take too long saying goodbye to Amelia. I'd like to try to make Carson City by tonight.
Judd. Oh. What's wrong?
Well, nothing. I'm in a hurry. Little Joe's outside waiting for me. We're gonna pick up a horse in Carson City.
Pick up a horse in Carson City? Judd, you've been gone for days, riding line. Can't they find anybody else? I don't want you to go.
Well, I can't help it. Mr. Cartwright asked me to do it. Now, go and get me a shirt and my bedroll. Thanks. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Judd, you were going to go without even kissing me.
The sun's about ready to go down, Pa. I waited long enough. Something's happened to Rube.
Think so, son?
Well, he's been gone almost 24 hours. They've either caught him or he's hiding somewhere. I'm going in. Pull the trigger if you want to, Pa. I've got to find out if Amelia's all right.
Hold up, son. I'm coming with you.
All right, Pa. Maybe it's time I faced up to who I really am.
Who is it?
It's me, Amelia.
Judd? Judd, you scared me. I didn't know who it was. What are you doing back so soon?
So soon.
Who's that man?
Amelia? There's something I should have told you about a long time ago. This is my pa.
Your pa?
Howdy, daughter.
No.
Well, that's a mighty pretty little woman you got there, Homer.
Homer? Judd, what's he saying?
Homer here is ashamed of his paw. So he went and changed his name.
Amelia. That's my real name. Homer. Homer Barnes.
Barnes?
Barnes.
But they're...
Yeah. Horse thieves, ex-convicts, murderers.
No. Daughter, Homer here just makes things sound a whole lot worse than they are. Us Barneses ain't as bad as all that.
You killed Saul Breckenridge.
No, that was Rube. He's my other boy. He always was one to act before he thinks. Ain't that right, Homer?
Amelia, I'm sorry. I should have told you who I was. I figured when I got out of prison, maybe I could start fresh. Should have known I could never get rid of the stink of being a Barnes. Well, now you know, you could go back to Kansas. Maybe back there they won't know you married one of us.
No, Judd, no. I love you. I don't care what you were. You're my husband now.
I swear, I never can figure how you and Rube, twins, can be so unlike.
Twins?
Yes, me and Rube. He took my clothes. He was coming down here last night to get that money we've been saving up.
Your twin brother. Then it was him who went to Carson City with little Joe to pick up that horse.
You mean that Arabian stallion? That horse is worth a lot of money. Rube's liable to kill little Joe for it.
Judd!
Homer? Where do you think you're going, Homer?
I'm going to tell Mr. Cartwright. We have to catch him before something happens.
Now, why do you think that, Homer?
You know Rube. You know how he is.
That Rube. He always was a fool about horses.
Judd!
Homer! I can't let you go, Homer. I don't want to shoot, but I will if I have to. Don't make me shoot, son.
Judd, don't do it, please. I don't want anything to happen to you. Little Joe can take care of himself.
That's better. I was afraid there for a minute I was going to have to hurt you, son. We'll just sit down here and wait for Rube to get back. And while we're waiting, maybe you could fix me something to eat, daughter. I'm awful hungry. I've been mighty hungry for a long time now.
All right, go ahead, Amelia.
You sure got it lucky, son. Pretty little wife, cozy little house, plenty of eats. Yeah. I sure hope nothing spoils it for you. Twins?
The whole family's bad. The two older brothers were hanged, Ben.
Oh, Clem, you're not going to condemn a man just because he comes from a bad family.
Ben, Breckenridge is dead. Now, I caught this Judd, Homer Barnes, with his horse. After that telegraph, I'm not satisfied he found the horse astray. I want to question him.
All right, when he gets back from Carson City with little Joe, you can question him all you want to.
Well, I wish I was as sure as you are that he's all right.
Oh, you know his wife? Wouldn't be the first time a good woman has changed a man.
Does she know who he is?
No.
We're sure going to find out. The whole town knows about this telegraph.
I better get over there before somebody else does.
Amelia?
Answer it, daughter.
Amelia?
Hello, Amelia. Amelia, I've come here to say something to you. Guess somebody's already been here. What's the matter?
Nothing's the matter, Mr. Cartwright. Homer here's just entertaining his paw. Now, you'd oblige me. You'd put that gun on a table.
I'm awfully sorry, Mr. Cartwright.
It's all right, Judd.
I keep telling you, his name's Homer.
I know. He's twin to your other son. The one who's with little Joe. He killed Saul Breckenridge, too, didn't he?
That's right.
Oh, now, don't you worry none about your boy. Rube ain't gonna hurt him none. That is, if he does like he's told. How many sons you got, Mr. Cartwright?
3.
I got 4. One up on you.
You're forgetting 2 of them were hanged, aren't you?
Yeah. Ed and Si. Poor souls.
Rube killed Breckenridge.
He might hang for that someday. Poor boy. And if something was to happen to Homer here, I ain't saying it will, daughter. I was just supposing. Then I'd have no sons at all. I'd be all alone. Wouldn't that be a sad thing? Glad you wasn't hit. I wouldn't want to grieve your sons, but you should be more careful, Mr. Cartwright. I sure hope your boy don't try nothing like that with Rube. He ain't as kindly as me.
Well, I don't know why I go along with you on this steady riding. Sure all fired anxious to get home in a hurry.
I sure am, so let's hurry and get this food down.
Yeah. Sure doesn't taste like Amelia's cooking, does it? You're a pretty lucky fella. You got some gal there. The way she fixed up that cabin with curtains and everything.
Yeah, women. They're always fussing over silly things.
What do you mean, silly things? You picked the material for the curtains, didn't you?
You funning me?
No, I'm not funning you. There's nothing to be embarrassed about, picking curtain material.
I'm a man. I don't bother with women's things. That horse sure can run. I wish it was mine. I'd race him. I'd sure earn me a heap of money.
He's a fast horse, all right. Your pa doesn't want to race him, though. He's going to use him to breed better line of stock.
Yeah. Well, come on. I told you I want to get back.
It's a mighty fine stew, daughter. You reckon you could spare me a little dab more? Well, our sons ought to be showing up soon. Wouldn't you say, Mr. Cartwright?
They ride steady all day, they will.
Rube ain't one to tarry when he thinks Posse might be chasing him. No. Don't you worry none, daughter. Homer ain't gonna get hurt now.
Judd, please be careful.
His name's Homer. I want you to forget you ever knew that Judd Lolly.
Who is this Judd Lolly?
He's an old friend.
Well, he's an all right fellow, I guess. But he's dead. Killed one of the Indian wars.
There's a young man walking the face of this earth who bears his name. I'd say Judd Lolly was more alive than you'll ever be.
I'm saying he's my son. And a Barnes. And Judd Lolly is best forgotten.
Forgotten? The only worthwhile thing a man leaves when he dies are his children. What he was lives on in them. When people look at my sons, I want them to remember me well. How are they going to remember you?
Man's got a hungry belly. He don't care if he's remembered.
That's good. Because when you die, nobody's going to remember you.
All right. He's trying to rile me.
The only son you might have been proud of is ashamed to use your name.
Now, don't you rile me. Now, I'm telling you to stop riling me.
Whose horse is that?
What's the matter with you, Judd? You've been taking care of that horse for 6 months. That's my father's horse.
Looks like the sheriff got his telegraph back from Larkspur. Now throw down your gun. I said throw your gun down.
Oh, boy, have I been stupid. There were just too many things you couldn't remember. You're not Judd Lolly, are you?
Now get off the horse.
All right, get up. All right, into the house.
Drop that gun, boy. Or your pa's dead.
Do as he says, little Joe. He means it.
I should have known, Pa. Should have known he wasn't Judd.
You couldn't know. They're identical twins. Even Amelia didn't know.
Come along, Homer. We're getting out of here.
Did you get the money, Paul? That's what I come back for, to get the money. We need it.
You heard him, Homer. Now you tell the woman to fetch it.
Go and get the money, Amelia.
Judd.
Go and get the money. Stay in the house, Amelia, and don't come out no matter what.
What do you mean by that?
I ain't going with you, Paul.
You ain't coming with me.
He's either with us or he's against us. He can't have it both ways.
No. Rube's wrong, Luke. It's you who can't have it both ways. Now, It's one son or the other. You have to choose.
He either comes with us or I kill him.
I don't want you blood in your hands again, Rube. I'll take care of Homer. Homer, you come along.
I'm staying, Pa.
Homer, I don't want you catching me between you and Rube again. Why don't you do it, Homer?
But I have to, Pa. I made my choice when I got out of prison. So you just might as well use that gun, Rube. I'm warning you.
Judd.
It's strange. I'd shoot Rube instead of Homer. Strange. Why would I go and do a fool thing like that?
Maybe it's because you wanted to be remembered well.
Went through that ravine.
Let's call it off.
What do you mean, call it off? Now we got a chance to get him?
He's in the next county by now. Let's get on home.
Come on, how many more calves you want to lose to that wolf?
You sure don't give up easy, do you?
Come on, let's go.
Thanks.
If we rest here for a while, we'll head back. Whether you like it or not, we're not going to get home till tomorrow morning as it is.
I sure wish I could have got him in my sights just once. You know, he doesn't sound too far off.
Well, where are you going?
Just gonna have a look-see. Take it easy.
Joe, I didn't mean it. I didn't see you.
You got him, Adam.
Yeah, I got him.
All right, Adam.
Sure you are. Although we got into me yesterday. Saw that wolf and just let go. Never stopped to think if you were around anywhere. Now we're gonna get you to Doc Hickman. Virginia City Road, Joe. And there's a rig coming.
Whoa, boy. Whoa. Take a look over there. Have you ever seen anything so beautiful?
Yes, the mountains of Wicklow on a morning in May.
Oh, you and your Ireland. Don't you ever think about anything else? Look. He looks like he's carrying someone.
Must be hurt.
Come on, boy.
Good afternoon.
I need help. My brother's been hurt.
Certainly, certainly.
Help me with it.
Come down here to me.
Watch that left shoulder.
Easy now. Easy. That's it.
Tie my horse in the back, will you? Put him in the back. I wonder if you could get us to the Ponderosa.
By all means.
What happened?
I had an accident.
What kind of an accident?
Got a bullet in it.
He looks like he's been in a terrible fight.
Yeah, wolf.
A wolf.
We're strangers here. This is Ponderosa. Could you tell me how to
Just
get
start driving, will you? I'll give you directions as we go.
Quiet.
Please.
Hey, where you been? What happened to him?
He's hurt.
What happened?
Well, I shot him. I'll explain it to you later. Mr. Reardon and his daughter helped us along the road. Let's get him in the house.
Shot him? Oh, my.
Yeah. Where's Pa?
Don't be there. He's in Placerville. He left this morning.
Should we help them, Daddy?
We can ask.
Tried to get that bullet out, but it's lodged under the bone.
When did this happen, madam?
Late yesterday afternoon at Montpelier Gorge.
You brought him all the way in from Montpelier like this?
Yeah.
Mr. Cartwright, we were wondering if we could be of any help.
Yes, perhaps you can. We've got to get this bullet out, so Miss Reardon, you might boil some water, please. Well, let's go into town and get Doc Hickman. Tell him that apart from being clawed by that wolf, that bullet's in deep. Way down deep. Get him here fast.
I sure will, madam.
I'm gonna have to get that bullet out with something, so watch him, will you?
Certainly.
I put the water on to boil. I collected these. I don't know which one would be best for you.
Put him down.
Go ahead. Taste it. It might be too weak.
It's very good. Hop Sing couldn't have done better.
Who's Hop Sing?
He's our cook. He's been out on the range with the hands for the last 3 days.
Now go ahead and drink it. It'll make you feel a lot better. And I made some sandwiches. I'll go get them.
Where's Hoss with that doctor?
They'll get here.
I hope so. Why didn't I stop Joe? I should have laid down the law.
Sometimes that's pretty hard to do.
The truth is, I wanted that wolf killed just as much as he did, and I used just about as much common sense as he did. I should have known he'd have been around somewhere.
A man can only do what he thinks is right at the time.
Yeah. Sure. Excuse me.
Aren't you going to have one of these sandwiches?
Well, no, thanks. I better go up and stay with Joe. I'm sorry I haven't even thanked you for what you did for us today.
Oh, we didn't go out of our way at all, Mr. Cartwright. Sheila and I are out here on a holiday. We rented that rig. We were on our way to Virginia City when we met you.
And we'd better get going. It's late.
Oh, yes, my dear, you're right.
Well, no, please stay here. It's dark. It's a very long ride. We have plenty of room. Please stay.
Maybe we should. It is late.
Very well, Mr. Cartwright. We accept with thanks.
Good.
He's taking it hard, isn't he?
The way he's blaming himself. I shudder to think what'll happen if his brother should die.
Mr. Cartwright. I brought you some coffee. I thought you might like some.
Thanks. Sit down. Won't you tell me about yourself? All I know is that you're out here on a holiday and that your father is very obviously Irish.
That would be hard to cover up, wouldn't it? He came over here steerage from Ireland when he was very young.
Reminds me of a professor I had back in college. Very wonderful man.
Well, Daddy's hardly the professor type. He worked 20 years digging coal in the Pennsylvania mines. When he retired 4 years ago, he was president of the company. Where did you go to college? Back east?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you study?
Architecture.
Architecture? And you came here to live on a ranch?
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder why. What brings you out here?
Oh, I read a lot about it. Heard a lot. The periodicals are very enthusiastic about the West.
Oh, yes, the giant mountains, vast deserts, dazzling sunsets. A matchless paradise under the canopy of stars. I believe that's the way the phrases go, isn't it?
Doctor.
The doctor didn't come?
No, but he'll be here.
Where's the doctor?
Adam, he hadn't been in his office since early this morning.
Well, where is he? Did you see him?
No, but I left a message for him at the Fleming Ranch. Miss Fleming's gonna have a baby. He'll get the message, Adam, and he'll be here, don't worry. I telegraphed Paul what happened to little Joe.
Maybe you should send for another doctor.
There isn't another doctor. There's all the mountains, deserts, sunsets any visitor could possibly want, but there's only one doctor in 100 miles. The periodicals didn't write that for the gullible traveler to read, did they?
How's little Joe?
He'll be all right. You'd better eat something. I'll fix you some coffee.
Thank you, ma'am. Let me go up and see about little Joe first.
I wish I could do something to bring you comfort. All that keeps coming to my mind is that phrase by Thoreau. The mass of men lead lives of quiet desperation. Think about that, Adam. You'll find you're not alone.
Adam?
Who's with Joe?
Young lady. Thought you told me you were going to try to get some sleep after I relieved you.
Well, I tried, but I couldn't. I was just reading something by Mr. Thoreau. The mass of men lead lives of quiet desperation. What one trusts to be truths turn into compromises. And what is called resignation is confirmed desperation.
Yeah. Pretty sour pill to have to take, ain't it? But I guess it's the truth. Reckon that's why me and books just always were in a different world.
Yeah, books are another world to me now, too.
I know they are, Adam. understand. I can appreciate what they mean to you. But this out here has always been my world. Smell of fresh pine, silver trout jumping in a mountain stream, old mama bear and her cubs out hunting in the woods, bacon sizzling in a frying pan. Adam, little Joe's gonna be all right. Don't you worry. You ain't got nothing to blame yourself for.
I hope so.
Going upstairs and get some sleep. I'll call you when the doc gets here.
All right.
Whoa. Finally.
Dr. Hickman. Morning, Adam. Hoss?
Doc.
Sorry it took so long.
Yes, let's go.
The message I got said he was also bitten by a wolf.
That's right.
Did you clean the wound out as soon as you could?
As best I could on the trail.
Any sign of rabies in that wolf?
No.
Oh. Easy now, easy does it, easy does it. Well, you get the bullet out all right. Those wolf fangs didn't help any.
I know all that. How is he?
I guess I'm out.
I ask you how he was.
He's a pretty sick boy. It's unfortunate I wasn't in town.
Unfortunate.
Hoss, you'll have to go into Virginia City to get this medicine.
Yes, sir, Doc. I'll ride fast.
Keep cold compresses on him. When that medicine gets here, just follow the instructions. I'll try and get back tonight.
Tonight? You mean you're not staying? You're walking out? You're gonna leave me here all day?
Mrs. Fleming is going to have a baby in a few hours. I don't know when. And it's going to be a breech birth. Now, you know what that means.
Well, tell me, just how sick is my brother?
All right, I'll tell you, Adam. He's pretty bad off, real bad off. I'm counting on his constitution and that medicine to save him. Maybe a little help from God.
And there's nothing you can do?
Nothing at the moment. But I'll tell you this. If I'm not there, when Maggie Fleming's time comes, both she and her baby are goners. Now, you tell me, what should I do?
Please, Adam, try not to be upset.
You're ridiculous. I'm not upset. After all, we still have those lovely sunsets.
Vince?
Good morning, Hoss.
Morning, Vince. Vince, I got a prescription here from the doc. He wants it filled in a hurry.
I don't know. I don't know. These, chemicals. I'm all out of them, Hoss.
Vince, little Joe's sick. I gotta have that stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry, Hoss. I have this stuff on order. I expected it in from Genoa yesterday, but it didn't arrive.
Vince, I gotta have that stuff. My little brother's sick.
Now, easy, Hoss. I'll get over to the telegraph office and check out the wholesaler in Genoa. Maybe it's on today's stage. Wait here. Hey, sorry, you fellas have to wait.
All right. Too bad about your brother. What happened to him?
He got wolf bit.
Could be this brother of yours was up to the Montpelier Gorge section. Know where that is?
Yeah, sure I do. As a matter of fact, that's where he was. Him and my other brother, Adam. Name's Cartwright. You fellas from Montpelier?
Cartwright. Yeah. We're trying to build up a little spread there. Been at it for 3 years now.
You'll make it. That's real good country up there.
We found that wolf. He was dead. Also found a horse running around loose up there. He has the same brand we spotted on your critter when you rode in. Come here. Know that pedo over there?
Yeah, that's my little brother's horse. Thank you fellas for bringing him in. I'll be happy to give you a reward.
We wanted to bring him in. We had to find out who panicked a herd of wild horses we just rounded up. Busted through our fences, scattered through our land, stampeded our cattle.
Yeah, I reckon that would have happened when Adam fired at that wolf. I'm sorry, it was an accident.
Seems reckless and inconsiderate to us.
Yeah, I reckon you haven't got a grievance to that. How much you figure it'll cost to fix it up?
Well, since it was a Cartwright done the damage, $1,000.
That's quite a bit. You better talk to my brother Adam out at the Ponderosa. He'll know how much damage he done.
What's that medicine's still in Genoa?
Where in Genoa?
Simon Watson's, the wholesalers.
Give me that.
Now, look, horse, that's a long ride. It's 21 miles to Genoa and 21 miles back.
I got no choice, Vince. Mister, you're going out to Ponderosa. Do me a favor. Will you give this message to my brother Adam? Tell him that I had to go to Genoa to get the medicine for little Joe, and tell him I'll ride fast. Thank you.
Guess we'll just deliver that message.
Any change?
None. The fever's still very high.
How's Adam?
Oh, upset, worried, sick, blaming himself for what happened.
But it wasn't his fault. It was an accident.
Some men are willing to shoulder responsibility when others would shrug it off. Adam's a sensitive man. He feels a deep personal guilt for what happened to his brother.
I know. I've seen the pain and agony on his face. Why does he stay here?
Why? Sure, it's his home.
I know. But I have the feeling that maybe because he is sensitive, that he should be somewhere else. Back east, maybe.
Adam Cartwright here?
Yes. Adam, they're for you.
Where'd you find the pinto?
You Adam Cartwright?
That's right.
My name's Dowd. Me and my friends here got a little spread going up in Montpelier Gorge, where we found your sick brother's horse. You were doing some wild shooting up there a couple of days ago.
Where'd you hear this?
We met your other brother in town. He told us. By the way, he said to tell you he was going to ride up Genoa and get some of that medicine you needed.
Thank you for the message. Well, what can I do for you?
You can pay me for some damage you done. That shooting of yours panicked some wild horses we had penned up. Ruined our land and stampeded some valuable cattle.
How much?
$3,000.
$3,000 for what?
Do I have to itemize?
For $3,000 you do. How many cattle did you lose?
150 head. They're scattered all over the district. You want to round them up?
Well, now, 150 head of cattle at $4 a head's only $600.
$15 a head.
Where? Chicago? Kansas City?
I say they're worth $15 a head to us. Now, that's more than $2,000 right there. And the buildings that got trampled, say, $500, $600. I think $3,000 is real conservative, Cartwright.
Well, I think you're about $2,400 over.
That's all right for you to say. You're a rich man. But all we've got to show is 3 years of wasted effort trying to build up a spread that you destroyed.
Well, I'm sorry. But it'll have to wait.
Wait for what?
Until I can get over to your place and take a look at the damage for myself.
Ain't gonna be no waiting, Cartwright. We want that 3,000 right now.
Well, I'm afraid that's the way it's gonna have to be. And I'll give you about 10 seconds to get off my place.
All right, Cartwright. We'll go. But you'll pay.
Oh, Adam, you mustn't let those men upset you. The East is full of the likes of them. People looking for an easy dollar.
Please, Mr. Reardon, I'm in no mood.
I'm sorry, son. I meant no harm. The trouble is, if you're Irish, how can you not interfere with other people's affairs?
I'm sorry about your father.
I'm sure he understands. With one thing piling on top of the other. Them having to go all the way to another town for some more medicine. And those terrible men. Adam, how do you stand this horrible country? You're a man that belongs in the East.
Sometimes I wonder. But I thought you liked it here.
I hate it. I've hated it from the moment I saw it. There's a little town right outside of Denver. Our coach pulled up there one night. You know what we saw? A man hanging from a tree. His tongue hanging out. He had stolen 4 head of cattle. That's what they said to us.
Why did you come?
Because of my father.
Oh, I see. He wanted to come out here.
No, I insisted that he come out here.
Well, then I don't understand.
My father's going to die soon. 20 years of swallowing coal dust in the Pennsylvania mines. The doctor said that if he would have a change, he might live a little longer. So we wanted to come to a clean, invigorating climate.
Does he know?
Yes, he knows he's ill. He calls it the Pennsylvania chest. How could I tell him the truth, Adam?
What if he gets better?
I'll stay here permanently.
Even though you feel the way you do.
He's my father.
We never know about people, do we?
We have a lot in common, don't we?
Yeah.
Watch it now. I don't want any slip-ups. Get off your horse.
What's this all about?
Get his gun.
Be careful of that medicine, mister. My little brother needs that bad.
Sure he does, horse. Sure he does. We need our damage money bad. You tell your brother Adam that.
Mister, a man's life depends on that. You give it to me.
You can have it for $3,000.
You give me that medicine.
You stupid. What'd you hit him for? Now we gotta wait that much longer. Oh, I didn't hit him very hard. Well, anyway, now his brother's gonna find out the price of medicine has gone up in Nevada.
Sheila asked me to bring this up. It's nice and cold. The fever hasn't gone down?
It's higher.
Oh. Probably means something inside him is fighting hard.
Is there never a bad side to a thing with you?
Oh, I try not to ignore facts, but there's also such a thing as faith. When that medicine gets here, little Joe's life will be in the hands of God and science, two staunch allies.
You always have the ready-made words for every occasion, don't you, Mr. Reardon?
Has my father been upsetting you?
I'm afraid I didn't need much stimulus.
Adam. Adam. Adam, get him off me. Adam. Adam. I'm shot. I'm shot. Adam, help me.
Joe, he won't get you. You'll be all right.
Please.
It's all right, boy.
Please.
It's not right. All this waiting, all this suffering. No doctor, no medicine. What chance does he have, Adam?
Adam. Adam, I'm shot. I'm shot.
Adam, come down, hurry. Someone rode to the barn. Couldn't see who it was.
Adam, they took little Joe's medicine. They hijacked me and got it.
You hurt?
Not a bit. A little bit of headache.
Who took the medicine?
Those two fellows from Montpelier. They want $3,000.
You mean they're holding little Joe's medicine for ransom? Adam, how could they do a thing like that?
How? You tried to tell me, but I wouldn't listen. Because out here, it's a jungle for animals, savages, where one tries to destroy the other.
Adam, ease up a bit.
Ease up? Yeah, I'll ease up. When this is all over, I'm going away someplace where a man can live like a decent human being. But first, I've got something to do. Come on, we're gonna find them.
No, Adam, you mustn't do that.
Why not? What else is there to do?
Please, Adam, don't let them reduce you to their level. Not you, Adam.
Let him go. Adam and Hoss have to get little Joe's medicine. That's what they have to do. They're not going out there to kill.
Take care of little Joe.
How about it, Cartwright?
Get down.
You want a rifle, Mr. Reardon?
Yes, Hoss, but I'm not too good at using it.
You'll learn. Post yourself over that window and stay down.
$3,000, Cartwright. We want it now.
Get upstairs and take care of little Joe. Now get ready to run. No.
not worth it?
Adam! Adam! They mean to get that money.
Well, there's nowhere near that amount in the house, but they'd never believe me.
All right. We want that money now. You want to let your brother die?
I'm going out the side door. Cover me.
You dirty blackguard! Why don't you show the whites of your eyes the way you're supposed to?
Looks like they ain't gonna buy it. We'll have to split up. I'll go round back. Get up on the porch roof. Through the bedroom window.
Right.
One word and I'll splinter your backbone and drop your gun. Move fast. Here's one of them. The other one's dead.
Where's that medicine?
Dod's got it.
I want to bash your skull in.
Give me that. Drop those guns. I want the money card right. Don't talk, just the money. Get it up or you know what's gonna happen to this fella.
Be reasonable, Dowd. I'll give you every cent we got in the house.
$3,000.
We have lots of silverware, lots of other things.
Just a moment, Adam.
Shut up, you. Turn around.
Hold it. Where's the medicine?
In my pocket.
Mr. Reardon. If this doesn't save my brother's life, I'm going to kill you. I'll just lock him up in the bunkhouse. Get going.
Go on. Come on! Come on!
Mr. Reardon, I don't know when I've seen such presence of mind and courage.
It was neither, Adam. You see, I'm dying anyway, so I'd nothing to lose. Sheila brought me out here in the hopes that the climate would cure me, but it isn't going to make a bit of difference. Well, now you know. You're not as smart as you thought you were.
Do you know what you are? An old fraud.
Go back. Who are you?
I'm Emmett Reardon, and this is my daughter, Sheila.
Joseph?
Oh, you must be Ben Cartwright.
Joseph!
He's up here, Pa.
I hope God keeps it close tonight.
time is it?
Almost 6. Why don't you go up to bed?
I gotta go out and relieve Hoss guarding those men.
I just sent Hoss to the sheriff's office with him.
Alone?
Well, they were tied up in the wagon. It's all right. He can handle it. Let me get you some coffee.
Adam, it's little Joe. He's calling for you.
Hey, brother. Hey, Pa. Pa, Adam really clobbered it. He really clobbered that wolf. He's not gonna touch our cattle anymore.
I think his fever's broken.
Is he gonna be all right?
Well, I'm no doctor, but I think he'll be all right.
I think we'd better go downstairs now. Would you like to kiss me? Thank you, kind sir. You know, for a little while, I had a dream cooking up. But it was silly of me, wasn't it? Imagine Adam Cartwright being happy at cotillions, social teas, and Sunday promenades back in old Philadelphia.
You don't think I could have made the grade?
Not with your heart back here in the Ponderosa, where it belongs.
How can you be sure?
I knew this morning when little Joe called you. So did you.
Sheila!
Daddy's waiting. Goodbye, Mr. Cartwright.
Bye, Sheila. We'll remember you and your father.
And don't forget, Mr. Cartwright, if Adam ever comes east, make sure he drops in for a visit.
I'll see to it.
There you are, Chud. Well, I've never seen such a collection of faces. As long as a rainy Sunday. Come on, Sheila. Give us a bit of a song.
When first I saw sweet Patty, was on the market day. A low back car he drove and sat upon a truss of hay. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la, la-la-la-la-la-la, la-la-la-la-la-la-la.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah?
Telegram from little Joe.
Oh, good. Just waiting to hear from him. Ordered gear and new seed. Everything fine. On way home. Stage arrives Virginia City 4 days if weather holds. Scenery very interesting.
Scenery. Never figured little Joe to be interested in the scenery.
Well, knowing your brother, I guess that would depend on the scenery.
Yeah. Whatever it is, I hope he can handle it.
Don't worry about your brother. Whatever it is, he'll handle it pretty well.
That's for sure.
Here, man. You wet your handkerchief with this. Make you feel better.
Thank you.
Well,
No, thank you.
this is terrible country. Dry and dusty. Reminds me of my native Sicily.
I've never been to your native Sicily, but I can bet that their women aren't as pretty as ours.
It's obvious you've never been to my country, senor. But in this case, Signorina, I will have to agree with him.
You haven't been long in these parts, have you?
No, just traveling, looking for a place to settle in this new country. My father, the Barone, suggested I come here.
Well, this isn't much right along here. Gets real pretty, though, when we get up in the mountains.
If we survive the trip and the company.
Well, feels like eating time again. Would you like some jerky? Would you like some jerky?
No, thank you.
This primitive way of eating, it's hard to get used to.
I'm willing to try some.
Now, there's a real smart gal. This primitive jerky you speak of has saved my life many times.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a fur trader. I've traded fur all through this country, the Blackfoot and the Shawnee. Been trading furs for 20 years.
Fur trading. This is a business?
Dude, it's a big business. I've got $5,000 in my pocket right now just for this one trip alone.
This whole country is barbarous. I can't wait to get to San Francisco and civilization.
Why do you want to get to this San Francisco, Mona?
Get away from certain men. What is the matter with the driver? He must be drunk.
Don't forget, he's trying to make Owl's Point by nightfall. It's about 50 miles.
What he's trying to do is kill us.
There's something wrong, boy.
Maybe you're right. Stubby! 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 Whoa! Hold on, Stubby, hold on! If I can stop. Dear Lord, none of this was Stubby Barkley's fault. He never knew what happened to him. Rode kind of a lonesome saddle most of his days. He didn't get much out of this life, Lord, so you please take care of him in the next. That's about it, Lord. God rest his soul, amen.
Oh, man. I wonder what it was that struck him down.
He was a drunkard. The stage line should have known it. It's their responsibility to protect their passengers.
Stubby didn't know his heart was gonna stop.
Nevertheless, he could have killed us all.
But he didn't.
What are we going to do now?
It's 50 miles to Al's Point. So we might as well start walking.
Walking?
That's right. We'll just follow the road.
You know, Cartwright, we could cut through the arroyo. We'd save at least a day.
It's pretty wild country.
Well, not if you know it like I do. I've tramped this country for 20 years.
Save that much time, we might as well do it. Day will mean a lot to the women. You get your things together, we're gonna start walking.
Walking? Walk 50 miles through the wilderness. Why don't we stay here and wait for someone to find us?
So we could stay here for 2 weeks before anybody found us. We haven't got enough food or water to last that long. Best to just get your things together. Just take necessities.
Well, in that case, I leave nothing. I have some valuable heirlooms in my luggage.
Suit yourself. You're the one that has to carry them. We've only got about an hour of sunlight left. We better get going,
Now,
Cartwright.
wait one moment. Now, who made you commander?
Now, look, nobody made anybody a commander. Should have listened to him. He knows what he's talking about.
I'm not sure we're doing the right thing.
Just get some of your things together.
Well, there go my beautiful dresses.
Sorry. Go easy with that water.
What is this jerky?
That's just dried beef. A little hard to chew, but it's good for you.
If my father, Amarone, could see me now, he wouldn't believe it.
You got a knife, Cartwright?
Yeah, I got one of my saddlebags. Yeah, let me give you a hand with that.
Oh, thank you. Very pretty, isn't she?
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
I wish you'd look at me that way.
I'm sick of looking at you.
You from around here, Mr. Cartwright?
We've got a ranch right outside Virginia City.
We? You and your family?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you are. I thought I had near prospect. How old are they? Boys or girls?
Well, I'm not married. I was talking about my father and brothers. Where are you heading?
Oh, I'm not sure yet. As the story goes, I sing for my supper. Sometimes I think that's all I'm fit for.
Come on, you know better than that.
Do I? Oh, why do we all dream so big and live so small?
Will you go away and leave me alone?
Oh, Howard, please. They'll hear you.
I don't care about these people. Now, will you go away and leave me be?
Well, some of the people in this country are as unappetizing as this ridiculous food they eat.
Now, you listen, Baron.
No, I am not the Baron. My father is the Baron.
Then you listen to me. In this country, we're careful what we say to people, or they wind up without a tongue in their head. Comprendo?
That's enough. Let's rest.
I don't hear the women complaining.
Well, Dad said let them rest. They're not used to it.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Looks like it's blowing up a pretty good storm anyway. There's a line cabin up the way. We can make it and spend the night there.
Signorina?
Thank you.
Oh, we have these cow punchers in Palermo. Buteros, we call them. It's like Cartwright, good fellows, but very simple. Signorina, you remind me of a girl in my village. Very pretty. Her name was Gina. She was my first love.
Was she? And what happened to her?
I came to America.
And left her behind?
She could not get permission. In Italy, these things are not so simple. But what about you? You have not said a word about yourself.
Well, it's a long story. One I don't think you'd understand.
All right, on your feet, everybody. There's our commander again. He likes to give orders.
And where would we be without them, senor?
Yeah, this is all right. We can bed down here for the night.
I'll go out and see if I can scare up some game. Let me try to get these windows sealed up.
Okay, Henshaw, you get some wood and build a fire. Laura, you come with me and we'll look for water. Laura, you do the cooking.
No.
No? You'll do as you're told.
No, let her do it. Let her cook for you now.
Now, you listen to me.
I don't mind. Really, I'd like to cook. Laura, you can go with him. I really don't mind.
Say, Commander. Don't you have any orders for me?
You can give me a hand.
Mr. Cartwright?
Oh, thank you, man. Rabbit's real good.
Very tasty, Miss Hayden.
No, thank you, but my compliments to the cook.
Well, it's hard to make things taste good without a bit of salt. You're all just hungry.
You'd think that a desorto would wind up here eating like a savage.
No more water.
I am getting tired of you two commanders telling me what to do.
I told you no more water. Now, there's 6 people here and there's 4 canteens. That means we're gonna ration the water. You want a drink, you come to me.
Who are you to give orders?
Oh, shut up, Nora. He's right. If this Baron had a chance, he'd drink all the water.
I told you I am not a baron. My father is the Baron de Soto.
That's right. You told me. Tell me, what do they call a son of a baron?
My older brother will inherit the title. You call me plain senor.
What do you inherit, senor?
Nothing. I will make my own way.
Like you did today. You wouldn't last 10 hours in this country alone.
You know, you remind me of my father. 2 things he knew. How to get rich and how to hurt people. How to hurt, and hurt. Now, for a man with my sensitivity who loves life, he was impossible.
Well, that might well be. But if I had a choice between you and your father, I'd pick your father. It's a nice night since the wind has died down.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you leave him alone?
Leave who alone? What?
Oh, We've got enough troubles without your causing more.
Well, I kind of forget my manners. I've been living with the Injuns and the fur traders for so long. You know, Laurie, what I really need is a good woman to take me in hand.
Yes, you do. Not me.
Wait a minute, Laurie. We understand each other.
You're hurting my arm. Let me down, you big... Oh,
Fence it!
Forget it, Benson. I had to bury one man this week, Benson.
Thanks for coming to the aid of a lady in distress.
Bothers you again, you just let me know.
I can always take care of the likes of a Howard Benson that you are worried about.
I can take care of myself.
Don't prove it around me, huh?
Okay, Grandma.
Well, I didn't expect you two back so soon. You learn anything about women, kid?
You got a big mouth, Benson.
Oh, we're just trying to give you the experience of all of my years of living. Wasn't I, Laurie?
Living with what? Animals?
Well, now, wait a minute. Living with animals is not so bad. They can teach you a lot of things. They can teach you that things aren't what they seem to be. Now, take Nora here. Nora looks like a mouse, doesn't she? She's not. She's nothing.
I think you're horrible.
No, I just see beneath people, that's all. Take that dude there, that Roberto. I bet you think beneath all that la-di-da, he's a real man, huh? Underneath, he's just like he looks. He's all talk. Do people ever fool me?
What about Mr. Henshaw?
Well, I'm a bartender, Miss Hayden. I'm on my way to San Francisco to take a job.
No, you're not a bartender. I don't know what you are, but you're not a bartender.
I'll say one thing for you, Benson. You got a lot of opinions.
Yeah, I do. I've got a lot of opinions about a lot of things and a lot of people.
Well, what about you, Benson? You got an opinion about you?
Yeah, let me tell you about Howard Benson. He always knows what he's doing. He never lies. And he'll kill if he's ever interfered with.
Well, if you're through giving us your opinions, I suggest you go to sleep.
No sign of him yet.
It's pretty much like our little brother, ain't it? I ain't never known him to be in too much of a hurry.
Well, that stage was due in before noon. If he thinks we're going to sit up all night waiting supper for him.
Maybe they got in some bad weather. Stage is going to be even later yet.
Maybe.
If you want to know what I really think, Paul, you know that scenery he mentioned in that telegraph?
Hmm?
I got a notion he's probably showing it off right now in a restaurant in Virginia City.
Where you go?
Well, if you ain't got no objection, it's a nice night for a ride, and I thought I'd mosey into Virginia City and take a look at that scenery.
All right, go ahead. And don't you get lost in Virginia City.
No, sir.
Feel better?
A little.
Wind's getting pretty bad out there again.
Did you take care of him?
We buried him.
Did you find anything? Any sign of someone who might have done it?
You mean someone besides us?
What are you saying?
Who do you think you're kidding? He's saying it had to be one of us.
He gave no one any good reason to like him.
Especially you. I remember last night he threatened to kill you.
I remember last night he insulted you. That's not the reason he was killed, not because somebody wasn't friendly with him.
Why, then?
The money. The $5,000. I went through his things. It's not there.
One of us has $5,000.
Is this your knife?
You know it's my knife. You know it's the knife that killed Benson. You also know I gave it to him the night before last. He had it with him till he died.
You had no reason to do that. No proof.
We found him over the dead man's body with a knife in his hand. You want more proof? See if you can find something. We'll tie him up. Women, they're impossible to understand.
Not all women. I'm not like that. I want to thank you for helping me tonight.
I like helping you.
You do?
Yes?
You're not just saying that?
No. Nora, I wasn't going to say anything. It's you I like.
But I thought you liked Laurie.
No.
But she's so pretty.
And even if it were...
Stop that!
It would be more honest than pretending to be something that you're not.
What are you saying? What are you calling me?
If the glove fits, wear it!
Stop it, both of you!
Can't you see what she's doing? She's just trying to cover up the fact she was going to let him escape.
I don't believe that, Miss Whitley.
Well, then you must be blind. Haven't you seen the way they've been behaving toward each other all day?
No more than with you and Roberto.
That is different.
Are you going to let him escape?
No. But I would now.
A thief? A murderer?
Come on, you haven't proved that.
I think we have.
Oh, really, Mr. Henshaw?
That's enough talk. You keep quiet.
Let him talk.
All right, we all know Benson was killed with my knife. Any one of you could have gotten it last night. All we have to do is figure out which one of you did it.
We know which one it was. Now, enough of this nonsense.
Oh, don't worry, Roberto. I don't think you did it.
Why not?
Because I think Benson was right. I don't think he's got the guts.
He had enough guts to knock you in the head.
That's different. He was pushed pretty far for that, Mr. Henshaw. See, I think Roberto really thinks I did it.
Well, as long as we're talking about who could have done it, she could have.
No, I don't think Laurie did it. I don't think you did it either. I don't think any woman could have done it.
But you know who's left now, don't you?
Yeah, you, Henshaw.
And you've proof?
No, not really. Just the process of elimination. Oh, it's not much. But if I were Roberto, I wouldn't turn my back on you.
We can't take a chance. He may be telling the truth. Against the wall.
No, wait. I can't let this happen. He did ask me to help him escape. He even promised to share some of the money with me. Even to marry me.
What?
Yes. The night Benson was killed, I heard a noise. Opened my eyes, and I saw him.
You waited until now to say this?
Don't you understand? I'd begun to care for him. I even offered to help him escape. But not when he accuses an innocent man.
We can't stay here any longer.
I agree.
How about a drink of water?
Now, I tell you when to drink. You're going to lead us out of here.
It's a pretty rough country. I couldn't lead you anywhere trussed up like this.
You're thinking, Cartwright. Don't think. You try something, I don't wait for them. I shoot you down like a dog. I know what you're trying to do. You know this country, you're leading us through the worst part.
If you don't like the way we're going, then you lead us.
get pretty cold in here as soon as it turns dark. So we better go out and get some wood, start a fire. Yeah, Tom, here, go out and get some game.
We're not going to untie your hands and give you a gun. I'll get the game.
Lots of luck.
You get some wood.
What's the matter, Baron? No luck?
You're going to get us out of here tomorrow morning, or I'm going to kill you.
No, you're not. Because I want to live, too, and he's our only chance of getting out of here.
I was your only chance, gentlemen. I just led you so far into the wilderness you'd never find your way out, and this is where we're gonna stay until that killer confesses.
You listen to me.
No, you listen to me. I got nothing to lose, because I'm gonna die anyway. Now either that killer confesses or you're all gonna die.
Well, it's about time you got here. Where's Uncle Joe?
Well, Paul, that dang stage ain't got into Virginia City yet. As a matter of fact, it ain't even got to Alice Point yet.
Well, doesn't anybody know where it is?
Well, they know it's somewhere between Benton Falls and Alice Point. After it left Benton Falls, it got into some bad weather, I reckon. Harley Green said that he figured maybe they took a detour or something.
Well, look, you have a cup of coffee. I'll get ready to ride with you.
Yep, Paul, the stage land's already put together a posse in Virginia City, and I told him I'd ride with him now. Since Adam's in Sacramento, I figured one of us ought to stay here in case little Joe gets to a telegraph office and tries to reach us.
Well, yeah, maybe all right. All right, I'll stay here. But you make sure you send me a message from Alice Point, you hear?
Paul, you'll hear from me. One way or another, you'll hear from me.
Isn't it time yet?
Get us to water. I promise you, you won't be sorry. I won't testify against you.
Pass it on.
Oh, please. My mouth is so dry.
Pass it on.
Not for him.
Oh, the water! The water! The water!
You're responsible for this.
Stop him.
Might make Cartwright break. It's him or us. Get back inside.
Thanks.
Give him the money.
What?
Give him the money.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. Just do what I say.
I don't know what you're saying, Miss Hayden.
Miss Hayden! Stop lying for once, Father!
Father?
Yes. That's my father. He'll tell you. He's good at explaining things. Tell him how you killed Benson.
Lori, I did not kill Benson. You didn't believe a word you said, did you, Papa? I believe in you. I don't care what anybody else says. I believe... Her father's trying to get away from the law. That's why I came west.
No, stop lying. For once, stop lying. It won't do you any good anymore.
Look, Lori, I am not lying. You're just like everybody else, aren't you? Once a man is outside of the law, don't you trust him? I was doing time. I got to know some men who were in on a good thing, so we decided we'd pull this one big job, get on our feet, then go on our way. Lori met me at the prison gate, and I told him to forget it, that I backed out. Well, they went ahead. They got caught, but they didn't forget it. They said I was in on it. I wasn't anyways near, but with my record, you don't stand around and argue.
So that's why you said you saw me kill Benson?
Yes. If they caught him one more time, he'd be executed. And I tried to protect him. But I was so wrong.
Believe me, I did not do this. Lori, I have been in and out of prisons all of my life. I know everything they've got to teach you. Look, am I going to be such a fool? I'm going to kill a man with a knife in a room full of people when I can get him at a stage stop. I can wait till he gets to a hotel room in Ralston. Lori, a rank amateur wouldn't be so foolish.
Mr. Cartwright, throw me the canteen.
That's the last of our water.
Throw me the canteen.
You're not gonna get a mile in this heat.
We're not gonna die here.
Roberto!
Leave us alone. Johnny? Johnny, you all right?
Oh, okay. Yes, I'm all right. Oh, I love you. I love you. Oh.
Darling, nothing can happen to you. I love you so much.
Oh, I love you.
I've kept you a secret all this time.
Secret? What secret?
About Benson.
You knew?
Yes.
You didn't tell him?
No. What did you do with the money?
Is that why you were nice to me? Because you wanted the money?
No. No, don't believe that.
But if I die?
I love you. Where is the money?
If I died, it wouldn't matter to you.
Darling, where is the money? Nora?
It won't do me any good at all. All he wanted was the money. There wasn't any money. Howard didn't have any money. He was a poor man. He liked to pretend he was a big man. He promised he was going to marry me, you know. But he lied. And so I killed him, but I didn't kill him for money. And then there was Roberto. The same. All over again. The same.
Where'd you find him?
I didn't catch up with him till he got to Owl's Point, Paul.
Well, sit down now. Let's have a look at you. All right?
I'm fine, Pa. Just a little hungry, I think.
Hey, that's a change. Now he's hungry. Well, I'll go take care of the horses.
Yeah. Well, I'll help Sing wrestle up some food.
Sounds good, Pa.
Joseph,
Yeah, Pa.
take your feet off the table.
It's good to be home, Pa.